Hey everyone, Alan Cavana here with Tony Stewart. First time we've seen you since the accident. First and foremost, how are you doing?
Doing really well. It's a process that every couple days we're starting to see bigger improvements than the first couple weeks. So seems like the more that I'm able to get up and get around, now I'm getting my more strength and energy back, and then that just keeps multiplying to each day. So you know, we definitely have a long way to go in this process. But you know, for only being 4 weeks into this, I mean, I'm starting to feel much better.
Yeah, a short time ago, we all saw video of the accident, and we've seen you in other crashes, plenty of them. But when did you know the severity of this one?
When I got my helmet off and couldn't understand why I couldn't necessarily feel my right leg, and it was numb, and I thought, well, maybe I just banged it into a part of the frame. And when I looked down, I realized why I couldn't feel it, and that it was a little bit more than just a common break. I'm not very good about looking at somebody's stitches or, you know, pictures of an injury. And you know, the good thing is it keeps making progress, and the good thing is every time you see the differences every 2 or 3 days, and then see the healing and how much better it's looking, it makes that a lot easier.
One of the last times I'd seen you before that, it was the high of Eldora, everything that went on there, the success there, and then you had the low of this crash. How do you describe the summer you've had and dealing with it mentally, not just physically?
Well, it's definitely been a rough summer. I mean, we haven't had the year performance-wise on the racetrack that we're used to having and what we expect. And I went from being the busiest Cup driver on the schedule to all of a sudden being in bed 24/7 for the first 2 weeks. So this is just a scenario where, you know, in life I feel like it's just kind of a bump in the road. I mean, I've raced for 35 years and only had one injury that even took me out of a race car. So on the positive side, if it had to happen, the timing of when it happened, you know, was a positive thing. I mean, we don't see any problems with not being ready to go at Daytona, but it's not like we're going to have a month or two of extra time to get healed. It's gonna take all the way through the majority of January before we're ready to get back in a race car.
And we learned a lot today at your press conference. We learned you watched a lot of Oprah, and you learned how to use the internet. How good will it feel to be back at the track at Richmond this weekend?
I'm excited to be around our 3 teams. You know, there's crew members and drivers from other teams that I'm going to be excited to go see, and a lot of NASCAR officials, and you know, just being back at the track. It's hard to be cooped up in a room and not have a lot of mobility, and we're just now getting in the part where I can start getting out a little more. You know, I've got a couple appearances coming up this weekend before we even go to Richmond. So work-wise, you know, I'm excited to get back to work from the stuff that doesn't pertain to driving the race car. But a lot of fun to go see a lot of the fans on Thursday, you know, Wednesday and Thursday, and then get back and hang out at the racetrack for a couple days.
It's good to see you here. Good to see you in good spirits, and you'll see him back at the track this weekend.